the truck is gone. We have 2 project cars, and I can't fit anything in here because this whole garage is a disaster. So, in order to get something done, I guess I'm gonna have to clean this place up. All right. You didn't really think I would make you guys watch me clean my garage, did you? So after about 4 hours, we got most of it straightened up here. We got, actually, I'm probably fixing to do an unboxing on this in just a few minutes. This is the headers and X-pipe for the Corvette. We got all the old parts for the 6.0 and the transmission, the 4L80 and everything that's going in the Nova. All that's right over here. Still got some room to make because this is all Christmas stuff, but everything from here over is going up in the attic here in a little while. So get all that out of the way. And what's really important is we got all this area now, so I can get the Corvette in here to work on, or the Nova when it's over here. We got the 6.0 here. Everything here in this box, and this box is for the fuel system. We're going to be putting that on the Nova next weekend, hopefully. And then back here, you know, that's all parts for the 6.0 here. First time I've been able to really walk in this garage in months, so hopefully we can start getting some stuff done now. And just so you can kind of see what it's going to look like all put together. So yeah, I had to actually prop this header up with the box because like this joint fits together pretty tight. All these joints fit together pretty tight, but this driver's side header to this joint is really loose. Like I'm gonna have to tighten the snot out of that with the clamps, and I think that's the that's part of the issue that people have complained about, is that you actually cannot tighten the snot out of it with the clamps, because the clamps actually reach their maximum closure before it crimps the pipe enough. So I've actually saw several people install these, and what they've been doing is going to like AutoZone, Advance, you know, wherever they sell these wraparound clamps. Actually, I'll give a shout out to Hunter Tuned. If you've been on the Hunter Tuned YouTube channel, he likes to use those too. It's just like a wide strip of stainless steel, and you know, it's about that wide, and it wraps all the way around, and then it looks similar to these clamps, except you know it's that freaking wide. So those tend to seal pretty good. I've actually used them to repair like broken exhaust systems before. So what I've been seeing online when I was researching these headers is that a lot of people just go ahead and buy those band clamps because they're only like a couple dollars a piece, and they'll use those at the collector flange here where it goes into this part, and then down here supposedly the clamps that come with it usually do a fairly good job of sealing down here, but a lot of people will go ahead and just weld these up, and that's kind of what I plan on doing, guys, is once the headers are on and I've got this adjusted the way I want it, I'm probably going to use the clamps initially to hold everything together, and then just put a couple tacks, well of course it'll be on the bottom side, but put a couple tacks in here to hold this whole mid pipe to X pipe, and then these guys here to hold that all together, and the piece that I have to cut off my factory exhaust to hold that in there once I get it all situated. So I'll tack all that up, and then I'll end up pulling this part only out. So this will all be one solid piece. I'll pull that back out, weld around all these seams, And that way when I'm done, the only clamps that I'll be using are the clamps that actually connect the headers to the mid pipe. And for those, you know, we'll probably use those band clamps. But again, I'm going to try to just install it the way that Speed Engineering recommends first and use their clamps, and you know, we'll see what happens. Now, I do want to say, guys, I mean, this is an eBay exhaust, or I mean, this is an eBay header and X pipe, so it's not like I'm trying to hold it to a huge standard or anything, but yeah, I'm kind of iffy about these flanges. You know, I don't know if they're stainless or not. Trying to think if I've got a magnet around here anywhere. Yeah, got a magnet on the back of our little Harbor Freight light here. Yeah, so there you go, guys. The flanges are not made out of stainless. I mean, you know, our magnet doesn't stick on the stainless there, but you come up here on the flange, you see that? The flanges are actually just made out of, I guess, mild steel. So that kind of sucks, because what I see happening is these flanges are probably going to get rusty as shit. And yeah, I'm kind of disappointed in that, because I know in the past when I've just bought like cheap Chinese headers and stuff, they still use stainless flanges. So I'm not sure if someone wants to chime in and tell me what possible reason there could have been to skimp on the flanges and use mild steel flanges when everything else is stainless. You know, feel free to comment, let me know about that. But you know, the welds do look somewhat decent, and I'm going to be honest, I'm going to give some props here on that. I mean, you know, I'm not sure if they're machine welded or what have you, but I mean, the welds do look decent. They don't look great, but they look decent. And I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but these actually have, you know, the little spike merge in there. I'm trying to get it in the light, but you know, it's got the spike merge in there, which, you know, guys, I'm no expert on flow and headers and all that jazz, but I know like that's a big thing that all the expensive headers tout is, you know, the spike merges and things like that. I'm still not, like, I'm wondering about this seam right here, because I can't help but wonder, like, anybody else who is running these same headers, tell me if you've got one like this, because I'm wondering if this is standard practice on these, or if, you know, I just got a header that they were like, oops, and fucked up on, and, you know, pieced it back together. But I'm curious about that, guys. Is this standard practice on these Speed Engineering headers to have this? I guess that would be the number, let's see, 135, the number 7 primary, to be a 2-piece deal like this. I mean, I'm just curious. I don't really care, but I don't think it would cause an issue with flow or anything. But anyway, there it is, guys, laid out before installation. This is the Speed Engineering headers and X-pipe for C5 Corvettes. I will be doing the installation video here in probably, I'm going to say a week and a half, because the end of this week I'll get the MIG, but we actually are going to be installing the fuel system for the DR Nova this weekend, this coming weekend, and probably going to be installing the nitrous on the DR Nova this weekend as well. So once we get the fuel system and the nitrous done on the Nova, that's great, because we're going to take it to the drag strip and do what I've been telling you guys. You know, we're going to throw a bunch of nitrous at that 307 and see what happens. And of course, once I'm finished throwing the nitrous at the DR Nova, there's really not a whole lot more that I'm going to be doing to the Nova itself until winter. Once that's over with, the videos are primarily going to be focusing on the Corvette and getting this 6.0 rebuilt for the Nova. So I've also got some upgrades I want to do to my Avalanche. So yeah, I just kind of want to put this out here for you guys. What the wife and I have been talking about is going to some of these YouTube call outs next year. So, you know, that's going to require a lot of traveling. We're not going to want to drive the Corvette to the events, obviously, because if we break something, then we're just screwed. So what we were discussing this weekend, and we were actually discussing this, you know, primarily today as I was cleaning the garage and stuff. But what we're talking about doing is we're probably going to buy a trailer to trailer the Corvette, and I'm going to do some upgrades to the Avalanche. If you guys remember the video that I did a while back where we took Project Steppenwolf and took it to the No Prep event, once we got it loaded on John's trailer, my Avalanche, when I tried to hook up to it, it was, I mean, the trailer was like this high off the ground. The Avalanche was just sagging real bad in the back. So we've already discussed it. What I'm going to have to do is beef up the rear suspension on the Avalanche. I'm probably also going to be putting a tranny cooler and some other things on the Avalanche, you know, to keep the transmission cooled down while I'm pulling. And yeah, guys, so next year I'm planning on going to some of these YouTube call outs. Maybe the events that Garrett or Cletus McFarland, I know he does an event in, where is it? Atlanta. I think he does an event once a year in Atlanta. So that's something we could definitely go to. Maybe some of the YouTube call outs up north. I don't know, but definitely wanting to travel to some of these events and race the Chinavette once we get everything done to it. So some of the videos that you're going to be seeing in the next few months will be me making some modifications to the Avalanche to get it ready, you know, for the long trips and everything. I'm also probably going to look for a used trailer, but probably going to be making some modifications to that once I get this whole MIG welding thing down. So yeah, guys, I've got a lot of big plans for this winter for videos, so we're not going to be short on content. Hopefully in the wintertime, my job usually eases up, which means I've got more time to spend at home making videos. So that's the plan though for the next couple videos. We're going to get the fuel system in the Nova. I've got the nitro system to hook up on the Nova. I've also got a nitro system to hook up on the Corvette. I've got a line lock sitting here to put on the Corvette. I've got the headers and X-pipe for the Corvette sitting here. I'm also going to be ordering an eBay stall converter for the Corvette, guys, like a $300, 3,000 RPM stall converter, and probably putting a shift kit in the transmission. Basically, I've just got a lot of shit to do, and I hope you guys come along for the ride. And I also want to say before I end this video, yes, guys, there is another LED headlight video coming. I know you guys don't give a shit about LED headlights. Well, some of you might, but for the most part, I know most of you don't. But it is a sponsored video. I did get these from a company who contacted me and wanted me to do an unboxing and review. So what I'm asking you guys to do is please just grin and bear it. And if you don't mind, share the video, because, you know, that helps contribute to the channel. When I get sponsored videos that I have to do like this, you know, on the lighting stuff, that's just kind of what I'm being given right now, guys. But it does help the channel if you guys will share that video when it comes out, because the more views I get on sponsored videos, the more sponsors are going to reach out to me and offer me other stuff that you may be interested in. 99.9% of the stuff that I review on this channel is paid for by my own money. So, you know, when I get something sponsored like this, I really love it, because it gives me a chance to review a product that I normally probably wouldn't spend the money on to buy. And it helps me out if that video does well, because that shows other people who may want to sponsor the channel, who may have products that you are interested in, that, hey, you know, if I sponsor this guy, it's going to get the word out. You know, it's good advertising. So when other sponsors see that, you know, it may only be a matter of time before a bigger sponsor reaches out to me and wants me to review, you know, their headers or, you know, transmission upgrades, other engine modifications. So really important, guys. If you don't mind, help me out. Share the sponsored videos, and you know, one day the sponsored video might be something that you guys actually want to see. I just wanted to throw that out there, but for now, it is a work night. I do have to get in here, edit this video, and try to get some sleep. So stay tuned for some more videos, guys. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not a subscriber, think about subscribing. If you are a subscriber already, thank you very much for watching. Thanks for sticking around. Now get out in the garage, get something done, and I'll see you next time here on Bad Luck Garage.